I'll go ahead and get started. It's not going to take long, I don't think. I just wanted to go over some basic things that have changed since we have changed a lot. I know it doesn't seem like there's a lot of progress happening, but we have changed a lot in the last, I guess, year and a half. So I just wanted to update you on some of the things that have been changed, some things you might could tell your students that might help them. And if you have any questions, just interrupt me and ask, because there may be something I've forgotten to put in here. Most of you, I didn't know who all would come to this, so I know you all know who we are. We have Sharita is the one that's in the daytime now, so she, Susan and I are there during the daytime. So if you have any students that you need to send to the library, you can just tell them to come see one of us. At night, Kayla and Laura are the ones that are there, and they're there until 9 o'clock at night. So if your students need to come and do anything in the evening, we've got librarians that are there. And of course, the contact information is on our website if you need any of us. Okay, just some general information about things that have changed that you could relay to your students, or maybe even use if you decide you want to do an assignment that includes technology somehow. I know you've all been in the library. When you go against that back wall, there are 3 study rooms in the back. We have updated those so that they now have new furniture. They have green screens. We painted the wall green so we put ring lights in there so they can do videos if you want to assign a video project or something like that. They have access to those. And honestly, our nursing students take up a lot of the time in the study rooms. They can go online and reserve rooms, and sometimes they'll reserve it from like 7:30 in the morning until 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So if you know your students have a project coming up, definitely advise them to get in and make a reservation as soon as they can. And I'll show you.
How many of those?
We've got 3 of those. We have 5 study rooms total, but the other 2, I plan on updating those. I just haven't done it yet. So, on our website, which since they've redone the whole website, I'll show you how to get to it. When you go to study at NEMCC at the top, then at the very bottom, the next to last option is library resources, and that takes you to our main page. And the second tab here, they can click on that and fill out the reservation form. And it's just a form stack form, and they can put the day and time that they want to use the study rooms. And the TVs, they can also AirPlay to the TVs, so if they're studying in a group and want to watch a video together or something like that, we've had quite a few that have gotten together and done that. Okay, we've got AirPlay mode. Okay, and then I know you all know that we give them free printing, but we do now. We've upped it a little bit since COVID. We didn't really want to handle the money. And honestly, just with iPads, they don't print as much, so it kind of makes up the difference. So they get 400 pages now they can print for free. And we do have air printers now, so if they have their iPads or their laptops, they can just print that way instead of going to a computer and getting on the computer to print. Which we still have some that like to do that, but the air printers are a lot more convenient. And then our hours, of course, I found out this last semester a lot of people didn't even know we were open at night or on the weekend. So we open at 7:30 in the morning and we're there until 9 o'clock at night. That's just Monday through Thursday. So if students need to come and study late, we're there. We're there on Friday until noon like the rest of campus. And then we're open on Sunday evenings. From 6:30 to 9. So if they need to do something last minute on a Sunday evening, they can come in. And our physical collection, we have added a lot of stuff to it in the last few months. So if you haven't been in lately, we have board games. We've added board games and puzzles, and that's been really popular with the students. especially like Cards Against Humanity.
Do you have a lot of manga?
Twister. We are growing that section.
Manga?
You did.
It's growing.
What's manga?
It is.
Ask
It's
for
very
Libby.
popular.
It is a graphic anime novel that you read backwards.
Back to front and right to left.
left.
Yeah.
That's how they write.
It's a steep learning curve. I can't say a word.
I can't read. I had to read one
Yeah,
for a
I'm
class
right.
I took. I know. I can't follow the logic.
So is it really called Ogna?
Ognon.
Take that.
Have you been reading your Ognon?
I still can't say the character's name right that she
Well,
Yoshi.
mine are into
Naruto.
that Naruto.
Naruto, see?
Naruto.
I still can't say
We
it.
have
Yeah,
some
we're
of those.
into that too.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. We've got a whole
No,
Demon Slayer.
Naruto. Is he a demon slayer? Well,
It's pronounced
I didn't know.
Barbie. That's what we're into.
I went to one of those stores in the mall and I was like, do y'all have any Naruto stuff? And they were like showing me characters and I was like, well, I don't, like, what's the good character? I don't know. What's the cool character to buy? Because I don't know.
And that's, I have to ask students what books we need to buy because I have no idea. And the series are like, some of them have like 60 books in a series, so it gets expensive. But anyway, we do have those and they are very popular. We have a group that comes in quite regularly.
There's something hero too.
My Hero Academia.
Marvel?
Yeah, that.
We don't have that one, but
Yeah.
that was being recommended.
It's coming.
Oh, good.
It's coming.
I just need to call you and find out what I need
No,
to
my
get.
students, they tell me, I'm like, y'all, I got an 11-year-old, she likes that stuff. And they just tell me, and they'll stay after class and give me names and stuff.
Maybe send them to
I'll
me.
send them your way.
Okay. We also, I'm sure you guys all know the movies. We get the new movies when they come out. We haven't upgraded to Blu-ray yet because there's still a lot of students that don't have a way to play Blu-ray. So there's still DVDs, but those still get checked out quite a bit. I'm considering adding individual DVD players so they can check those out because I know a lot of them now don't have like their iPads. They can't play it. So I don't know. That's just a consideration. They're not as expensive as they used to be, but. If you want to see what we've added weekly, you can go to our catalog and go back over here. On our website, you'll see as you scroll down, they made a little icon for the catalog, which a lot of people overlook because it doesn't look like the rest of the tabs on the side. But if you click search the library catalog, it'll bring up our fancy new catalog. We went to a new one that looks a little better than the old one used to. This one actually has pictures on it. So it's a little more user friendly. And we always keep in that middle bar, that always shows what we've updated, what we've added most recently to the collection. So Sharita is our cataloger now and she catalogs something new every day. So it automatically goes on that bar that's scrolling in the center.
Daniel still got
Like 6 a year. And then we keep our new movies there. I think that's got like the last 40 or 50 that we've purchased. And then this one changes. I change it just depending on what's popular. But since graphic novels are so popular right now, that's what I put.
So manga is a type of graphic. It's
It
not
is.
like a character.
No.
Okay.
It's
Where have I been?
It's kind of like anime is a type of
Okay. Because I thought that
drawing.
was just like a.
like a series.
It's a type of
Yes,
graphic
you
novel
would
that's
say
based
that.
on anime. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
I had to come to school one day and say, all manga is graphic novel, but not all graphic novels are manga.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right? You're right, yeah.
I mean, it has its own
That's
little.
what I was
That's
gonna
why I was
say
asking.
about
It has its own section. I just thought it was like.
Yeah, no, it's the name for all of the
Did you read?
graphic, yes, that are backwards. You can come over and check some out anytime.
I'm sure. My kids love it.
So if you want to see if we have a certain book or something, like if you're at the bookstore or something, like I'm a nerd, I'll look and see if we have something before I buy it. You can download our app and it goes straight to our library catalog and it's called Librista. You can just search it in the app store or scan that QR code and download that to your phone. And it looks like that. You can see, it's not as pretty as the catalog, but you can still see what's been newly cataloged, what's been checked out lately. And then, of course, the search bar at the top, you can just type in title or author that you're looking for. Okay.
Do you get any money in comp 1 and 2 where OER, that if we wanted our students to read a book that was not free?
Yeah.
But do you ever get any money that you could purchase it and they could download it so I don't have to pay anything? Does that make sense?
Yeah, you could do that. Like, we don't, it would just come out of our budget, but that's what we're for. So if you have a recommendation, you can always just.
Something we've been talking about that, but everything that we come up with, we're like, dang, they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So then that takes away.
There are, which I'll show you in a minute, since we got Overdrive, they do have, now publishers set the copyright rights to the books. So some of them you can't, multiple users can't check out at one time, but there are some that have simultaneous use rights. I think that's what they call it. So like a whole classroom could check out the book at one time. And it would just cost like $1 or $2 per student, so it wouldn't be that bad.
What if typically we tell them at the beginning, this is gonna be the last paper we write, so you need to have this read. Could all Comp 2 sections check out that book for months?
Yeah, that would, I don't know if I can extend, I can probably extend the checkout period to 21 days, but as long as it's simultaneous use, it won't ever tell them they can't renew it. So they might just have to renew it every so often.
Okay.
But yeah, and we can always buy a physical book if you would rather do that. We could buy multiple copies of a physical book. I'm open to whatever y'all want to do. We do purchase books for teachers to use in the classroom. So yeah, definitely just do it.
I have a book to read I've not forgotten.
I have a late one, very late. Very, very, very late.
We don't even run the overdue report
It's
for
a
employees.
kid's book though. I think it'll be fun.
Okay, let's see. So some things, and like I said, I didn't know who would come here, so I was preparing this for people that had no idea what we did in the library. So, just know that you can send students, obviously, if they need help with their assignments. If they want a place to hang out, we're a lot more laid back than we were. So they can bring food and drink if they want to hang out for a long time. They can even, if they want to play the board games while they're in there. Nikita from the Success Center was actually in there one day before Christmas break, and she suggested that we had do a game day where we she said maybe put football against baseball or basketball or something like that.
Trivia nights they do at different restaurants, that would be fun.
So I think
you could faculty against students.
That would be fun. That would be fun. So I think maybe we'll start doing more stuff like that. So it's a lot more laid back, and if they want to talk, it's not that big of a deal. We have the area where they can go, and if they want it to be quiet, they can go somewhere where there's no noise. But just let them know. You can tell them they can come hang out there if they want a place to go. I know the Success Center, a lot of them say it's too loud in there when they have so many groups studying at one time. So, and then after, we do this all day long, but in the evening, a lot of times they think nobody's on campus to help them. So even if they have iPad problems or tech problems, tell them they can come see us. If we can't figure it out, we'll look it up. We Google problems a lot of times just to help them with whatever they need. And we do have the Apple Cores. I don't know how much I've heard about that, but it's a group of student workers. Carlina's organized. And they have been trained to be Apple teachers. So if you assign them some sort of project that requires, they use Clips or another Apple app, they're supposed to be trained to help with that. It was slow last semester. They didn't have a lot of activity, but we're hoping that grows. And so they have a schedule that she keeps every month that changes, but we have students that are there to help them with that. And then if you have any students that are education majors, which most of y'all now are education advisors, but we do have some that just don't know where to send them in the evenings. If that's the only time they can come, and we'll help them as much as we can with the offices being closed. Okay, this is the biggie probably for most of y'all. Since we changed to Okta, the way you access our databases has changed a little bit. Not all of them, it did not affect all of them. The way Ron explained it to me is that issues and controversies and films on demand do not support SAML authentication, which is what Okta requires. So that's why we have to download the Okta mobile app, and they have to go through Okta mobile to get to those databases. So we still have access to them, they just have to get to them a different way. If they try to go to EBSCO or CSRS or some of the older ones, they should work like they've always done and just go to our website. But
Even if they're on like a computer, or is it just if they're using their iPad
their iPad,
or their phone?
well, if they're on a computer, when they click on the link that's on our website, it will suggest that they download a plugin, and they have to add that plugin to their browser before it will work. So
Yeah, they don't know how to do that.
I know. And I talked to Ron about it. I even asked if we could go back to our proxy server that we had, where all they had to do was put in their single sign-on information.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me they did not want to do that because of security reasons. It's an outside server versus having an inside server. I don't know what all that means, but basically he said no. So, I guess that's what it is until the only other option I have is to contact these places and ask if they can support Okta, which I'm hoping maybe they'll change that so they can access the databases like they always have. I sent this out. I can't remember if I sent it to faculty or just instruction council, but I made that for you guys if you needed help with the app or needed something to give to your students. So that just walks them through downloading the app and what the information they need to use to sign into the app once they download it.
Could you shoot us that song?
Yes, I'll be glad to.
That would be fabulous.
I'll be glad to.
Okay.
And I'll show you the app too.
Yeah, that would be a good little how-to guide.
So I've already set it up so it won't take you through the steps, but do you all have the app? Do you know what it looks like? So they can access most of their Northeast stuff.
That's one of our, first couple of weeks of class activities. We
Okay.
all get it together if they don't have it.
Good. Well, there's a library tab on it that they can go to. Okay, so yeah, it's called Okta Mobile. It's different than the Okta Verify app. And then the last tab is Library, and that links to all of the databases that they need a login for that we have. So, like, issues and controversies won't work from the links on our webpage. So once they sign into this app, if they click on it, it will take them right to it. It should. Slowly, but it will do it. And this is the same for issues and controversies in history as well. And I know that does affect, like, those of you that have saved articles in Canvas. The only thing, and if you have specific instances of it, send it to me, so maybe I can talk to Sabin and see if we can figure out a fix for it. Without a specific example, she couldn't figure out what we needed to do. But the only other thing I know is to download the PDF from the database and maybe just link to it when you attach an article.
That seemed to be the quickest. I don't know, I'm just thinking Comp 2, so I'm speaking for Paige and Miss Brittany as well. Changing it to PDF, that was the easiest way to fix those article issues.
Which I would say, just give them the information, make them find it, but I know that's easier said than done. So, I will talk to Sabin and see if there's a way that we can link to those. But if you have one in EBSCO, it should link the same way. it shouldn't affect those. It's just gonna be issues and controversies and films on demand. But you can access all of those from this app, so that's why I tell students to just use the app because it's easier than explaining. These you can use on the app, these you can go to on the website, so I just tell
That
them to
slide
download
that you
this.
put up, this may be a dumb question, that slide you had up a minute ago.
Yeah.
Does it didn't walk them through how to do Okta, did it?
It didn't.
Or does
It
it?
just,
I can't see it from it.
it doesn't. It just
Okay.
shows Okta Mobile,
Yeah.
so it doesn't show them how to set everything up from the very beginning. And I don't know if I would need to get the instructions from Carlina, and I could make
Yeah.
something, but that's just what they have to
I just
do.
sort of, I mean, I just always walk them through it, but I thought
Yeah.
that would be, and they may have sent us something
There may be
about
something, I don't
that,
know.
but that would be, important for
Yeah.
online,
Something
so that they could set it up,
Yes.
self-explanatory.
because we get calls like that too. And it's hard to remember when you're not looking at it in the step they're at. It's hard to remember what to tell
Have we
them.
been
to put in.
given a student how to for
Okta
Okta?
Mobile?
I mean, like, I got it.
Well,
I don't
maybe
think-
not
I think
have
she's got
got-
one on the iPad page on the website.
A student how to for
I think
setting up
so.
Okta.
It's under, so it would be on their,
On the website.
just
Yeah,
on the website, on the e-learning page?
it's
Or
under,
Carlina put it somewhere on?
she put it under the whole iPad help desk, all of that on the webpage, under Smart
iPad and-
Campus.
yeah,
I
Smart
haven't gotten
Campus,
used to the
iPad.
new.
Smart
Where do you find that
Campus.
at?
Having technical
At the
troubles.
top,
It help desk assistant.
you see at the top it says Smart Campus.
Yeah.
And then on the side, once you
Gotcha.
go there.
Yeah.
Think- I think it's under
There it is,
technology
yeah, for the first
support.
time.
Yeah, technology
And common
support.
questions. And there's video
I just got a
too.
little Okta set up quick, got, oh, yeah, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just to send them
Smart Campus, alright, so it's Smart Campus and then
iPad.
iPad App Store?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then the help desk
Having tech-
assistant.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
well,
knew it was on this
yeah.
website somewhere.
Yeah, she's got all kinds of.
she does.
yeah,
That's what I noticed students get
That's
confused
real
when you
good.
tell them to download the Okta app.
yeah, Carlene.
They think that the
Yeah,
Okta
it's an
Verify is the same thing. So I
Yes,
noticed
they
that.
do.
So that was one reason why I tried to show that it's different. If they're different colors, maybe that would make them see that it's different.
Oh my head.
Girl.
You have got to clear that messages.
I know.
I just had a little anxiety with
It
that.
scared Emily high, she broke her hives.
1,700.
Was it Paige said she's hiding
Reason to me. How many windows do you have open in your web browser?
Oh, there's no turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brittany's probably got 2,000 messages.
Covered that.
She's done better though.
That's all the stuff we've talked about the different ones that Okta affects and doesn't affect. We still have students that call and want to know how to get into the databases when they're off campus. So I don't know if they're hearing it from somebody that was here 5 years ago or what, but it does not matter. They log in the same way whether they're at home or connected to our Wi-Fi on campus.
Okay, so there's no on campus, off campus and all that.
It's the same now, no matter where they are, which is good because it is very confusing.
Pretty
for
sure my
them.
course still tells me to do that. That's me, I'm sure.
Sometimes teacher can.
My teacher.
Exactly. All campus
Yeah, exactly. Shit, we could come check out 8 tracks.
What's a cusset? Is there I've never heard of it, but a cusset?
We had an instructor a few years ago that wanted them to come use the microfilm machine, and
Oh.
that really blew their mind.
Stop it.
I don't know that I've ever used a microfilm machine.
I had not
gosh,
until that
okay.
assignment.
What
and I
is
had
that?
it.
Y'all
I
stop.
don't know what it is.
Yes, I'm gonna need y'all to stop right now.
What the heck? Right?
It wasn't that long ago.
Well, we still have some if you want to come.
Y'all
Yeah.
dark rooms are like squinting at the black and
I
white.
understand.
I mean, I see it on the Lifetime movies where they're
Yeah.
trying to, look at that.
That's why I have bad eyes
The
now.
old house fires and stuff.
I think we are.
The
We have like
whole
different
college
times.
microfilm.
That's funny.
Okay, and I'm sure you probably saw the email I sent out right before Christmas about overdrive.
Oh, we all noticed that.
So it is growing. So if you have recommendations, please send them to me. But that's why it's like a weird collection right now because we get the ones that are free unless somebody checks it out. I've tried to add a lot of those that look like they might be something people would read. But if there's something that you would like, just send recommendations. And there's several ways you can get to that. You can go to it through the Okta app if you want to do it that way. You can go straight to the link, which is nemcc.overdrive.com, or download the Libby app, which is the easiest by far. And we plan on getting, we have ended our subscription for print magazines, so we no longer get those. They just weren't getting looked at. So, but we are
Signs of the times.
planning to get, they have a package where you can get like pretty much all the magazines that any students would look at. I don't think it has Sports Illustrated, but that's the only one that I didn't see. And it's like for $1,000 to have all of them and unlimited access. So we will be having that soon. There may be some periodicals that you might use for your classes. I don't know, there probably aren't any like scholarly journals in it, but there might be something you could use. But that's coming soon. And that's probably everything. If you've downloaded the app, you already have figured this stuff out, but that's how you log into Libby. You have to type in Northeast Mississippi Community College for it to find it, or the zip code. And then your library card is your Okta login.
I listened to Matthew McConaughey's Green Lights.
That one had a hold list for a very long time. It
Very
makes
nice.
sense. And then if you forget to, like, if you're like me, even though I'm a librarian, I still have a lot of overdues. If you forget to return it, it automatically just pulls it back, so you don't have any late fees. If you want to keep it longer, and I have to check the settings. I think there is a way to maybe do a notification to let you know it's about to expire, so you can renew it. But as long as there's no holds, you can renew it for another 14 days. And you can check out, right now the limit is 5 ebooks and 5 audiobooks per month. We have had a couple of people that have requested to go over that, so I can't extend the limit for each individual person, but I can extend it for the whole campus. So sometimes I'll do that if it's close to the end of the month. But we did have one instructor, I won't name names, but he just went there. He didn't realize it was charging for a lot of the ones he was clicking on, so he was just clicking and looking at the description, and then, but it was costing like $2 or $3 per checkout. So that's why we had to set the limit.
New rule because of you.
But
You hired me.
it's fine. I was excited that he was that excited about it. But,
Rhyme
and then like I said, 14 days is the checkout time, and then 3 titles at a time is how many you can put a hold on. If you see several that you want to read that aren't available right now, you can put a hold on up to 3, and I can also change that too. So let me know if you want to put holds on more than that.
Did you say when you were gonna get the digital magazines?
That should be probably in the next couple of months.
Okay.
I've gotten the quote, and I had to get quotes because of how much it was, but it should be soon. Since we already have a contract with them, it shouldn't take long. I'll send an email out when we get the digital magazine, so you know. And then hopefully soon we'll get started on the makerspace. We have emptied, I don't know if you've been in there lately, you've seen that the reference room is very empty now. All the reference books are gone. So we're just waiting on those shelves to come out, and then that area we'll start putting in a makerspace where they have definitely vinyl cutters, hopefully sewing machines, things like that where they can create. And hopefully we're hoping that some teachers include that in their curriculum. So we'll do tutorials for students, or however you want to incorporate it in your lesson plans. Just I guess we'll wait and see what we end up getting, but then we can talk if you want to bring your class over or whatever you would like to do. So hopefully that'll be coming in the next year.
Thanks for the new word.
What new word?
Makerspace.
Oh, makerspace.
No, nascent.
Oh yeah, I did not write that.
I had to ask him what it meant.
Where are you?
That's the whoa.
Midway towards the right, nascent. I didn't know that word.
I stole it from the higher education makerspace
She
initiative.
said new.
What's your age difference between
They're the same age.
7.5 years.
Long
two?
years.
Well, no, just the way she's doing, that's why I asked.
It's not that much,
up.
but they use that word in the microphone.
But she is
What even a word
different
is.
than me, and it's
It's night and day in the generation.
That's
it's
pretty much
interesting
it
to have
for all the updates.
Yeah.
I just want to let y'all know if you want to, if you have recommendations or like you were talking about something you'd like your class to read, let us know. We'll get it if our budget allows, which right now we don't have that many recommendations. So I'm just trying to get the word out that we do take recommendations. We do want to work with you guys. I know a lot of colleges, the library is like the center of campus, and we do want to be more involved with what's happening on the instruction side of things. So if you would like us to come to your classrooms, we'll do that. I've done that for several instructors. You can bring them there, or just whatever y'all want, just let us know and we'll definitely work with you. And that is it. Do you have any questions?